I built this pair of 75-pound adjustable dumbbells for only $200. In this video, I'll show you guys how you can do the same. Man, there's always so much new home gym equipment being released, and we kind of get obsessed about all the new products coming out or all the new flavor of the month machines that we kind of tend to forget there's still a lot of home gym equipment that works perfectly fine that was released days, months, maybe years ago. Kind of like these Kensui adjustable dumbbells. They've kind of fallen out of the spotlight, but I feel like they're kind of the forgotten child of adjustable dumbbells. With advancements in adjustable dumbbells, prices have only gotten higher and higher, with some adjustable dumbbells going upwards of $1,000. And while yes, those are some pretty amazing adjustable dumbbells and definitely justifiable for the price, there's still a lot of amazing adjustable dumbbells that you can still get on a budget, like these Kensui Adaptabells. Apart from spin lock adjustable dumbbells, these are definitely the cheapest way to get an adjustable dumbbell into your home gym. And while these were already cheap when these were released like a few years ago, they've only gotten cheaper and cheaper. So how did I build these 75-pound pairs of adjustable dumbbells? So really the core of this build is going to be the Adaptabell handles. And you can get the Adaptabell handles for about $100. It comes in a bundle where you can get the handle, the longer screw, and the shorter screw. The shorter screw, you can, with these weight plates, you can load it up to 50 pounds, and then I found with the longer screw, you can load it up to 75 pounds. And then once you have the handles, all you need is weight plates. These, you can use standard 1-inch weight plates, or if you get the bundle, you get adapter pieces that allow you to use 2-inch Olympic plates. For me, I'm sticking with 1-inch weight plates just because I find that it's more seamless. You don't have to mess with the adapter pieces. And then also, it's just easier and cheaper to get standard weight plates. And I was able to get all of my weight plates from Walmart. They're having a crazy sale right now where all of their Balance from home gym equipment is on sale at crazy prices. So I was able to get a pack of 4 5-pound weight plates, standard 1 inch for $13. And I got 7 sets of that for a total of 70 pounds of 5-pound plates. And then I was able to get 4 2.5-inch weight plates in a set for I think $8 or something like that. And total, I got all of these weight plates for $100. So that allows me to put 75 pounds on one adjustable dumbbell and then 75 pounds on another adjustable dumbbell. So total, I was able to get everything for $200. You should be able to always get the Kensui Adaptabell bundle for $100. If they're having a sale, you might be able to even get it cheaper, but plates do fluctuate. There is a really big sale right now, so that's why I was able to get it down to $200. But if you're watching this later, you might not be able to get weight plates that are this cheap. So what I recommend would be to just subscribe to my channel, and every month I come out with monthly deal videos on home gym equipment and weight plates. And then if you watch those videos, you should be able to find a good deal on weight plates to allow you to build a similar adjustable dumbbell set like these. Something to keep in mind is I did get these 5-inch plates. You can also use 10-inch or 25-inch plates, but I found that when you use larger plates, it's a little bit inhibiting, like it inhibits your range of motion, and you're not really able to get a full stretch when you do things like a bench press or incline press. So I really like the fit and feel of the 5-pound plates on the adjustable dumbbell. It feels a lot more normal, like a typical non-adjustable dumbbell. So I find that the Kensui website is not the most updated. It's kind of outdated. For instance, a lot of their pictures and a lot of their old reviews, originally when they released the longer screw, it was actually metal and it looked a little different. Now the longer screw is plastic and it's pretty much the same as the shorter screw, but it seems like there's a metal rod in the middle of it, so it is a little stronger, but it's not metal like a lot of the original reviews that you see of the Kensui Adaptabells from 1-2 years ago. So just keep that in mind. But also, a lot of the measurements, weights, and stuff seem maybe outdated also, because I see two different values for the same thing, so I'm going to measure a few of them. So for instance, the handle with the shorter screw weighs 12.7 ounces, and then the longer screw, it is 1 pound, 3.5 ounces. And then just to show you guys, over here I have, this is the amount of weight that I would put on, this is a shorter screw, and this is 45 pounds, so this is probably the maximum amount of weight I would put on this, where I would feel comfortable that it would stay on. And then same with over here, this is 75 pounds, and you have just enough for the handle to grab it. So 75 pounds is definitely the most that I would put on the longer screw. A small tip is if you do use the 2.5 pound plate, I recommend putting that one on backwards. So you can see here that I did that, and it makes it look a lot more seamless, and it actually saves you a tiny bit more space because the 2.5 plate is kind of inside of that 5 pound plate. So just a small tip if you use that 2.5 pound plate. It looks almost like a commercial dumbbell when you put the 2.5 pound plate on backwards. So the number one downside or negative of the Kensui Adaptabells is definitely how long it takes for you to switch between weights or load weights onto the handles. So I'm going to show you guys how fast it takes me to kind of theoretically load weights onto these handles for a theoretical situation. So on one, I'll load 25 pounds, say I'm doing a dumbbell curl, and then on the other, say I'll load 75 pounds if I was simulating maybe a chest fly. So I'll show you guys some maybe tips and tricks to load these a little quicker. So what I'll do is I'll take, for the 25 pound, I'll take the knob and put it down first, and then backload the weights onto it. So if I want 25 pounds, that's a 2.5 and two fives, and then I'll roll the handle onto it. And then you can just twist the handle and then take the weights on top. And then, like I said, put the 2.5 pound plate on backwards just to save space, make it a little more seamless. And then you just gotta twist it until it stops, and then to tighten it, I just twist the whole weight. And then now that should be good. Put that aside. So now let's say I wanna do 75 pounds. So we're gonna need a lot more weight. Start with the 2.5 pound plate, and then backload 7 of the 5 pound plates. So I really recommend getting a really nice dumbbell stand or some kind of table to load these weights on, because it can be a hassle trying to do it on the floor. But that's 7. Twist it. And then I see some people complaining that the knobs on the end of these screws are a little small, but I find that once you tighten it enough, you can just tighten all the weights instead of the knob, and that works fine. When you put these on, you really got to make sure you line them up so the hole stays large enough for the screw to go in. A lot of times it's not perfectly straight, and it inhibits the screw from grabbing the teeth. That's 6, 7, and then the 2.5 pound plate. I'll show you guys that here. So I just got to twist it enough until it stops, because you could keep twisting this to tighten it, but it's a lot easier just to take the weight and twist it, and now it's fully tightened. So that's one scenario for the 75 pound, one scenario for the 25 pound. You can just multiply that time by 2. It's not a huge hassle, but that is probably the weakness of these handles, but that's not a huge problem for me. Here we have every single adjustable dumbbell in my gym, and I loaded all of them up to 50 pounds so you can kind of compare and see the difference between a lot of adjustable dumbbells. For instance, you can see this one, this is a Pro Form adjustable dumbbell. It's just a lot taller than the others, whereas the Eisenlinks over here is a lot shorter than all of them. Here we have a power block, a standard dumbbell, and then the Kensui adjustable dumbbell. I think previously my favorite has always been the Eisenlinks for a budget adjustable dumbbell. For the price, I don't think you can beat it because of how much weight you can load onto it, and number 2, the durability of this. But I also really like the Kensuis. Like the Kensuis and the Eisenlinks are probably my top 2 out of all of these, and probably my picks for budget adjustable dumbbells. While the Kensuis aren't as durable as the Eisenlinks, and they take a lot longer to load than the Eisenlinks, they are a lot cheaper. So to me, they're not really competing against each other. Something I do like about the Kensuis more than the Eisenlinks is one, the diameter of the handles. To me, it's a perfect diameter. I measured it to be 34 inches, and that was the perfect diameter for my hands. The Eisenlinks over here are a lot thicker. You can see over here, the regular standard one's too thin. So this is kind of my like Goldilocks of dumbbell diameter size. And the other thing I really like about the Kensuis is the balance on them. They really feel just natural when I hold them and do chest presses over something like the Eisenlinks. I don't know if it's the handle being too big or kind of the square plates, but when I hold and feel the Kensuis, I feel a lot more stable and just more balanced holding these Kensuis. They feel very natural, a lot more like a typical dumbbell that you would use in a commercial gym. So for me, I really like the Eisenlinks. If you're willing to spend a little more, you get durability and you get quicker weight plate changes. But I also really like the Kensuis as a super budget option. So we're gonna test what you're probably most worried about. So we're gonna do a drop test on these handles because they're made of plastic. Keep in mind, they're made of nylon fiberglass, so not your typical plastic. These actually feel very solid. I don't think they're gonna break, but we're gonna find out. So when I typically drop these after, say, a chest press exercise, I feel like they kind of bounce off the ground and kind of bounce when my hand is still on it when it touches the ground. So which is good. You don't want it to feel like it's like gonna crack or break when it hits the ground. I feel kind of a give. So I think that's good for what these are. They're a little bit flexible, so they're not gonna crack or break. But let's get into it. This one I have, 25 pounds loaded onto the shorter screws, and then this one I have 50 pounds with the extended longer screws. So I'm gonna roll them off. This is typically about the height that I would drop. I don't drop dumbbells, I just let go of them after a heavy set of maybe a chest press. So let's see how well they fare. Oh, okay. Okay, I just hit the light. That one's fine. Let's do the heavier one. Oh! It feels... Okay, this one's fine. The smaller one is also fine. So Kensui states on their website that these don't loosen, but I find that sometimes they do loosen, especially if you roll your dumbbells. Sometimes when you roll it, I feel the screws loosening and then you gotta retighten them. Not a huge deal, just something to point out. Okay, I think the way I dropped them was a little soft, so let's drop them vertically. Let's see how well they fare. I think this is gonna be a lot harder on these dumbbells, but let's see. Oh, okay, that one's fine. Like you kind of saw how it bounced. These things are pretty strong plastics. There we go. It's conclusive. These are a lot stronger than I think a lot of you guys might have thought. Same with me. I was kind of scared they were gonna break, so this is literally the last thing I'm filming for this video, but there you go. So what are my final thoughts on the Kensui Adaptabells? The number one thing I like about them is the price. What these things provide for a home gym is just unbeatable. Like nowadays, people say $400, $500 adjustable dumbbells. Oh, that's not that bad. These are $200. And they go up to 75 pounds. These punch way above their weight. And I really think these are great as a budget adjustable dumbbell. Number two thing I like about them is since they use standard plates or Olympic plates, you might already have those in your home gym. If not, standard plates can be a lot cheaper than Olympic plates. And they're versatile. You can use these in other parts of your home gym if you have other machines or equipment. And then you could also scour Facebook and get standard weight plates, which I see a lot of at steep discounts. And because these use standard weight plates, say you can bench maybe 50-pound dumbbells for your chest press. Say you get stronger, you can just buy more standard weight plates, and as you get stronger, you just need to buy a few more weight plates to progress. You don't need to buy a whole new adjustable dumbbell. For cons, while there are cons, just keep in mind the price of these. for the price, I'm able to overlook a lot of the problems that this adjustable dumbbell has, which is one, it takes a lot longer to change weight plates out, which, okay, it does take a while, but for the price, I'm willing to take that sacrifice. Number two is the durability. Yes, these are plastic, so you do kind of have to baby them, but for the price, I'm also okay with that. And if you really wanted to, you can upgrade to their Adjustabell Maxes, which are made of, I believe, aluminum. And those, you should have no problem with dropping those and you don't have to worry about those breaking. But overall, I think this is definitely my super budget pick for an adjustable dumbbell. These are a great first adjustable dumbbell. These are gonna get you really far and last you a really long time. And if you ever want to upgrade in the future, really you didn't take a huge hit and you can reuse the weights for something else. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Kensui Adaptabells. If you like this video or you want to stay posted on home gym equipment deals, subscribe to my channel over here. This is Frugal Home Gym, and I'm out.